grab a chicken that's sleeping. And as I grab the chicken goes, oh my God! Nice. We are sitting. We are ready. I should have brought a video. I didn't bring any videos. So we'll just make it your job to shock me.
Okay. All right. This is another podcast, episode 15. 15.
Yep. 15.
We are your hosts, Donnie and
Jared. Also known as
Butt
I'm
Munch.
Red Ryan. What? You say butt munch?
There are worse words I've used at you, and that shouldn't shock you. Okay, so this is a new segment today that I'm going to call Try to Shock Jared with the Internet, and I can't wait.
I'm a little scared.
I'm definitely going to shock you with
You've
the
given me
Internet
some
today.
sneak peeks of what's about to happen, and I'm...
You're not going to like
Not
anything that's
looking
going to
forward
happen. You're not going to like any of it. Some of it might not even make the final cut of this podcast.
Nope, that's for our future patrons whenever we start doing that. The explicit content.
Okay, this first one isn't to shock you. This is just to warm us up. This is probably one of my favorite stand-up bits I've seen in a long time. Have you heard of Shane Gillis?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted you to hear this.
Okay.
Okay.
But I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself. It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. You know what I mean? Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh. Like Down syndrome's the end of the world. Like, oh. Are they okay? Are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. Sorry they're not on Adderall and anti-anxiety like the rest of us. They're on 3 Sons. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks grilled cheese sandwiches into restaurants just in case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. You don't know where he's getting these It's the best. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him, you look across the table, you see him sneaking at grilled cheese. Yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny? His dad's with him, he's like, that he's been making him at night, I know he is. I'm not making him at night, Dad. Then he'll look at you and be like, I'm making him at night. What's better than that, dude? What's better? What's better than Uncle Danny? Uncle Danny, 3 a.m, shirtless, baggy gym shorts, quietly, secretly in his parents' kitchen, on a secret mission to make 10 grilled cheese sandwiches. Just... Every day his dad comes down the steps like, where's the bread going? He's got 8 sandwiches in a closet. Don't go in my room!
I like Shane Gillis.
Oh my gosh, he has to be like, man, in my head, it's
It's gonna start something else. Stop
we
it.
gotta stop it. No! Cancel. Close
No!
player. Oh.
What were you saying?
It was so close. We almost started another video. But it's for me, it's between Shane Gillis, for all-time great right now, top of the heap, and Chappelle.
Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle is the funniest human.
Do you like Bert Kreischer?
I've seen the pop with the shirt and everything. Yep. I like that. I like him, but I think that Shane Gillis, I just really connect to Shane in a way that is unique. I think that he's funnier to me.
I haven't really been watching him, but I've seen some stuff recently, and I've liked what I've seen.
You gotta check him out
Right now. But because I haven't seen him as much right now, Bert Kreischer is my favorite. But I'm gonna check him out.
Okay.
All right. Well, that wasn't that painful. It was great.
Yeah.
Is this how they're all gonna be?
I'm easing you in. I'm easing you in on this. Okay. The next one. I'm trying to shock you with the internet, so they might not be funny.
Okay.
There was this video on E-Bomb's World. Have you ever heard of Face Split?
Yeah.
Have you seen Face Split?
I think so.
Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if they. Dang, we probably can't even see it on YouTube, honestly.
Probably not. Is it somebody doing a dive and then splitting their face?
That's exactly what it is.
And you wanted me to watch that?
I just want to know if you'd seen it or not.
No, I haven't
I'm
seen it.
trying to shock you with the internet, bro.
But does he live?
No.
He dies?
Not even close.
They definitely want to have someone dying from a diving accident.
All right, look, I can't actually find the video, but I'll just tell you about it. So the first time I saw this video, the medical students at ORU, where I went to school, were like, Donnie, come in here. You got to come in here. You got to come in and see this video, man. And all the medical students are like piled in around a computer. And back then, YouTube was like just starting. So there was still E-Bomb's World and all these other different places to watch these videos. And bro, this dude is going to do a cliff dive.
Okay.
And he's going to jump from one ledge up here down to the water. But there's another ledge below the ledge. So it's looking like this. Right?
Right.
He runs, but he trips. Whoop. And he does a flip, and then his face catches the second ledge. And he falls into the water, and as soon as he hits the water, you're like, oh my God. And then just the whole water turns red.
Oh
the dude
my
floats
goodness.
to the top, like a fish.
Oh my God.
And then it cuts, and the doctors are in the ambulance holding his face together.
Oh my God.
So like, I haven't even shown you the video, and like, you're like, oh my God.
It's terrible.
But the medical students all had to watch, like they were always passing around these videos of like these IMSA dudes trying to help this guy.
Wow.
But so like cliff diving.
So if you're in the medical field and you go to college, you have to watch people splitting their face.
You probably don't have to watch Face Split, but there's just a lot of that kind of thing, like
that's
like kicking around.
I'm glad I didn't have to see it.
Yeah,
honestly.
so we missed Face Split. That's all right. That's all right. They weren't going to let us show it on YouTube anyways.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Let's see what else did I write down that I think you needed to see. Okay. Have you heard of Bass Pro Guy?
No.
This is new.
No.
Okay. I can't wait for you
Is
to see.
this on YouTube?
It was on Twitter last time I saw it, so it might not be able to cast to the TV.
Is he naked? What?
What a moron.
The cops are chasing him.
That's usually not what you want to tell Popo. Oh, shit.
Oh. What happened? He just fell?
Dumbass.
Did they taser him?
Knock him out. Yeah, I figured he did not have much fight in him after that.
What did they do to him?
Okay.
Well, he's wet. He ought to be able to slide across this floor pretty good.
All right, so Bass Pro Guy.
Pulled by the feet, by the hair. It does not really matter at this point.
Oh, bro.
Is the rest of the video them just arresting him, or is there like a twist at the end?
No, that's
it.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay. So, did you see them actually handcuffing him butt naked?
Yeah.
All right, so the story is Bass Pro Guy, apparently he's, got some mental problems, and he changed his meds, and he changed his medication, and he ran with his family in the SUV, ran into a pole outside the Bass Pro, and then he jumped out of the car, took off all his clothes, ran up to the fish tank, and started swimming with the in the giant fish tank with the real fish in it.
Yep.
So he's swimming around in the tank. And I guess he got away with it for quite some time. What are they going to do? Try to catch us naked? And he was butt naked. Okay. This video is so hilarious to me because if you saw it, at some point he's on the edge of the glass and he pushes his junk up against the glass.
Oh my God.
So it's like, this dude has gone completely nuts. But then what I just showed you was the very end of the video where the security officer is clearly coming up the stairs and chasing him, and he makes one like last jump up into the pool, and he's looking around. You can tell he's looking at the security guy, and he tries to get out by climbing over the glass to get away from him, but it's like 12 or 13
there's
feet
a long
fall. He falls and hits his head on the ground and knocks him clean out. So that he's like butt naked on the floor at Bass Pro, and the cops have got him all like.
You didn't give up much of a fight after that.
Bro, I feel bad for Bass Pro guy because I don't think that's his normal. I don't think that's normal Bass Pro guy. I think that's Bass Pro guy's worst day.
Is that a pretty old video?
No, that happened. That happened like last week.
Oh, like last week. Yeah, that's right.
I think. I don't know how old this is. Let's see. This upload was January 6th.
Oh wow. So
yeah,
good way to start the year.
2024, man. Bass Pro guy.
Starting off strong.
Okay, now this last one I saved for last because I want to ruin your life.
Okay.
This one is allowed on YouTube. Okay?
So you're going to put it here?
Yeah. It's
All right.
allowed
All
on
right.
YouTube. For some reason, I just want you to go ahead and watch this video. You can't put this video on the screen because I'm not going to do this to our watchers.
Okay.
No one can. I don't want anyone to watch this. I just want to make you watch it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
You're not going to like this. Our friendship might not survive.
Somebody just randomly decided to watch it. We're just sitting here watching this thing on the screen.
Bro, if your mom walks in while we're doing this, we're never going to be able to live it down.
Okay.
I just want you to know this.
Let's get it over with. Let's put it on the screen.
Okay.
See what this is. I'm curious, but I'm scared.
Okay.
There's a reaction.
It's called Nair instructional video.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it?
Oh my God, bro. All right. Are you ready? Don't look. Close your eyes right now.
To apply a thick, even layer to cover hair.
Oh my God.
I don't know, I was thinking about the first time like Congress.
For reference, this is how hairy my butt is right now.
Oh my God! Is it over? Can we done? Is that good? Is that it? Is that the whole thing?
No, it's like 2 minutes long.
I don't want to watch any more of that. I don't want to watch any more of that. That was enough. I don't want to see it. Why is that on YouTube?
Okay. All right. For reference, everyone,
Oh my God. Why is that on YouTube? That's terrible.
Okay.
I don't want to see that.
Listen, someone got me with it. Okay?
Did you continue watching?
No, I didn't. Okay, I did not. But
For reference.
okay, for reference for all of you that are watching, there's a video on YouTube of a guy doing an instructional video, a very flamboyantly gay man, saying, all right, this is how you use Nair to take hairs off your butt.
Oh my God.
And then within the first 30 seconds of the video, like maybe the first 10 seconds of the video, I don't even know. Clearly, Jared just just saw the worst bits of it. He says, for reference, this is how hairy my ass is, and spreads his cheeks and shows his entire in like a jump cut.
Why?
To his bottom.
I'm just trying to picture like his thought process on this. What am I gonna do today?
No, he knew what he was doing. Okay, the dude knew what he was doing. It was a publicity stunt, and because it's an instructional video.
So he knew that he was going to basically make a joke. He wasn't being real.
I think he did all sorts of other instructional videos too, but I personally call foul play on it.
You think?
I don't think that in good faith he was like, I want to show people how Nair works on your butthole. I don't think that he was acting in good faith, but he's acting he's got a loophole. And YouTube won't take the video down. For some reason, they won't be like, hey, you just showed the entire world your butthole. And everyone is sending this video to people and being like, hey, dude, check this out. Hey, dude, check this out. Hey, dude, check this out. And anyways, like, doing what? It happened to me. And I think that it needed to happen to you.
That was awful. That was the worst. It didn't take 5 seconds for it to be a terrible experience.
Okay, what do you think about this guy's intention as a YouTube creator?
I think that his video should not be on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't
care if you're gay or straight. I think the guidelines are pretty straightforward. No nudity.
There are some pretty silly things that we can't talk about on this YouTube channel, knowing that we will either be demonetized or what else? Like we've actually had to edit them out of the podcast, and they're very, to me, blasé. Like not that important. But this guy gets to show his whole butthole,
and YouTube's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds great.
Yeah, just 18 plus.
Thanks for making educational content.
Yeah. I do think that there's a wild hypocrisy.
Yeah, I think there is too. There's definitely is. There's
that Nair boy gets to make zillions.
Zillions.
Do you think he's demonetized from the? I'm not willing to watch the rest of the 12-minute video on our podcast, but
he's definitely not demonetized. He just talked about how he made a bunch of money with his butt showing video. Which people tend to make a lot of money showing their butts.
Jared, there's a hollowness in your eyes that wasn't there before.
Well, now it's hard to like put thoughts together because all my brain is doing is trying to get that image out of my head. And I don't even know how we're gonna edit this together.
Don't you? Aren't you glad you know how to use Nair now on your?
No.
Or do you feel educated?
Not at all. I feel kind of sad, actually. I'm like,
you could have gone your whole life.
It's like walking into a wall and him being there, be like, this is how you use Nair. You're not expecting it. I don't even know what Nair is. I guess Nair's
it's like a chemical hair removal thing. God.
We don't need to get into it. It's fine. But
the fact that he went full spread.
It's like, God, it's so terrible.
Okay, I gotta tell you, there's right. So I work with a group of people. I'm not gonna say where or who, but this video got around the entire group of people I was working with.
Yeah.
And one dude that we got to the point where we were filming each other, getting each other with the video.
Oh my God.
And one of the dudes like uncomfortably watched too much of it. He was like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Oh my God.
And like he just sat there continuing to watch it. And we were all just like,
what are you doing? Are you not done?
He's like, I want to see how it goes.
I want to know how to use this Nair stuff.
Yeah, maybe he has a hairy butthole and he has to figure out what he wants to do with it. But everybody does probably.
This is 5 months old. Oh, this reaction video is 5 months old. So that video must be like half a year old.
Yeah, it's not that old.
Wow.
It took 1 second for everyone to be like,
yeah. That's awful.
Okay, let's see here.
You have more?
No, I do not.
That's good, because I'm done.
You're done. You're
done reacting to videos that
I'm done reacting. I don't want to react
the Donnie
anymore.
Things I should watch.
Don't make me react. I don't want to react.
It's just reminding me of the terribleness that I experienced.
Please don't make me react anymore, please. That was an awesome react. I'm glad. I'm glad we had to have this time together, Jared.
You know, I've liked it until today. Today's been a little rough.
This is day 2 of reacts. You gotta keep going. Don't lose heart. Oh, man.
So how's your week?
This week was really good. What happened this week? Okay. Well, we had kind of a light week as musicians because it's into January. So Christmas is over. The amount of preparation that went into music this week was less because not a bunch of Christmas music. And my roommate, who's a drummer, is actually going on tour with Josh Fudge, so he's preparing for that. And everybody in our community kind of like sent him off last night. We've had a really good fun time.
Is Josh Fudge someone that I should know?
He's like a pretty popular artist. Like they played Lollapalooza last year,
nice.
And now they're going on a U.S. tour.
Cool.
So it's like really cool to see friends of mine. Jacoby's my friend.
Yep.
Who's going on tour. Shout out to Jacoby. But it's really cool to see them succeed, you know? And that kind of brings up something that we could talk about. My friends that I've got around me right now are so cool for this. Is when something really good happens to somebody else in my circles right now, the reaction isn't jealousy.
That's good.
It's not, oh man, why isn't that me? It's the support of these people. And so watching my guys get around Jacoby and get to like gas him up and be like, we can't wait to see what you're gonna do, you know. It's really cool to watch, and I think last night was really fun because I got to help facilitate a little bit of that. Me and Jacoby and our friends were in the car listening to Jacoby's new music, you know, driving around downtown, having a good time. Those kinds of experiences, I'm starting to learn in my old age, are they're precious moments that if you don't realize are special when they're happening, then you're liable to let them just slip by and then look back later and be like, man, what a special time it was when we actually got a chance to do those really special things, but we didn't know they were the special times then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was actually thinking about something like this week. It's like, it feels like not too long ago, I was living with like Jake and Cody and just thinking about how fun that was back then. Like we would just go to work, come home, play video games, or hang out to the wee hours of the night. Yeah. And just think about how special that was and thinking like, I'm really happy with where my life is now, but man, that was a really fun time. Yeah. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think, you didn't go to school when I did, which I think is awesome. But that is a similar experience. Yeah. Is that when you're young and unmarried and surrounded by your friends, you are having so much fun. In a way that may not be recreatable for quite some time. Yeah. Or maybe ever, because those people aren't going to be that same kind of person later. You know?
We're all entering into we're entering into a different stage of life that is still super fun.
Oh, no doubt about it. I'm glad to have moved out of that stage of my life.
But it's just fun.
That was special.
Yeah, it's super special. It's fun to look back on. Even like thinking about like old high school years. Like I really enjoyed high school. I had a blast doing like talent shows. Oh, yeah. With like you and Carson, and then
those were good times.
Doing lip syncs with like Ben and Hunter, and you did one with us, and it was just such a fun time. I miss it, but I'm also super happy with where I'm at right now.
I feel like we did. We didn't know any better, right? We did the best we could with the time that we had, but I do think that we actually took advantage
of our time
together as young people. We did lots of fun stuff. You know what we haven't talked about yet?
What
is our senior prank?
Oh yeah,
we did. And I'm ready to name names.
Sure, let's do it.
You want to out everybody? Do you want to just let it rip?
I don't care.
Okay, well, I want to talk about this because this is a special time that I didn't even plan on talking about today, but this is really funny to me. Now, this of all senior pranks, this is not the worst one.
Not the worst one, not the craziest
one. We didn't win any awards
Nope.
for like shocking the world with
But
this.
it's pretty good.
But
Whose idea was it at first?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I think it was Chorley's.
Probably there was the idea of releasing barnyard animals into your school is not
Probably not original.
not original in the least. In fact,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot easier if we were farmers. But you and I lived next to a farm. Our neighborhoods were on the outskirts of Broken Arrow, almost to Bixby, and there was a farmer.
There was a chicken coop.
Yes,
Just like right
yeah.
there. We were in Chorley's car, and I believe how it happened was we were all talking about it.
Yeah.
And Chorley was like, well, there's a chicken coop right here.
No, you were like, there's one right there.
Oh, I was like that. Okay.
I wasn't in this car with you guys probably at the time.
Oh, you weren't in the car.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay,
But here was the. So
Okay.
the idea was that we needed to get a chicken
Yeah.
because we were going to let a farm animal into the school, and you were like, I know where there's a chicken, and I was like, I know about that one because it's 1 block from the entrance of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so we had talked about it.
I think there's a Walmart now where that chicken coop used to be.
Is there really?
I think so, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that chicken coop's gone. Either that or a neighborhood.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so there was the Jim's One Stop, or like not Jim's One Stop, but there was like a gas station that went out of business, and then there was a steakhouse that was like actually really fancy, the Hickory Hills Steakhouse, and then on the other corner was
The chicken coop.
the chicken coop. This guy's land who he would not sell. Like he was holding out. He's like, I'm gonna wait till Quick Trip buys my land or whatever, right? And so we knew about this chicken coop, and I had heard this idea in passing, and I wasn't against it. I just didn't think anyone had the nuts to do it. And so, yeah, this started with you and Chorley.
Okay, so we were in the car.
Yeah.
We decide to put action into this idea that we had.
Okay.
So she's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. We get to the chicken coop, and we game.
But talk about this. Like you just now that this guy's land was not easily accessible, but we knew the chicken coop was close enough to the road.
There was somewhere that we found a park that was like right outside it. We just went over either we went through a gate or over the fence. I can't remember exactly.
Everything about this is illegal.
Yes.
You trespassed.
Not good. Don't do this. We did this like I think it's 18 years ago now. But anyways, we get inside the chicken coop. And
How did you do that? Do you remember what that was like?
we just went over a fence, opened the gate. Nothing was like locked. It was not protected by barbed wire or anything. It was real easy access to get in this. So the game plan is we want to get the chicken, but we don't want to let the other chickens out. And then create a huge problem for this chicken farm. So the plan is Chorley opens the door. I go in, grab the chicken, and leave immediately. We get to the chicken coop, and all the chickens.
Tell me about this, because like I remember you telling me what happened.
Yes, okay. Maybe there's a detail I'm forgetting. Is there something?
Well, it was just really funny because you could open the top, right?
No, it was like a gate. I mean, it was like a fenced in. You open the door, you run in. Okay, Chorley opens the door.
Yeah.
I run in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't run. I'm like tiptoeing in.
Yeah. Like,
and I grab a chicken that's sleeping. And the chicken goes, and as I grab the chicken goes. And so I grab the chicken, run real fast.
Yeah.
She shuts the door, and then we get in the car with the chicken. And luckily, Chorley, the plan was for Chorley.
Didn't you have a Rubbermaid container already?
Chorley had some kind of
ones?
Chorley had a container for the chicken. She had like a whole plan to keep the chicken safe in preparation for releasing this chicken in high school. So we get the chicken in the car. It's all safe, got food and stuff. She takes me home. She goes home, keeps the chicken until the next part.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And so then this is where I come into the story because I get a call that's like, Donnie, yes? We did it. What? What did you do? We got a chicken in a bucket in the back of Chorley's Pontiac. And
you know what's a funny thought right now is that all these teachers were always wondering, who was it that did this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is the coolest part. So this is why we're going to out everyone, finally. Okay.
So all they got to do is watch this, and they'll have all their answers, all their questions answered.
So you're like, Donnie, the chicken's in the box in the back of the Pontiac Bonneville, and you we need you to get it at like 4th hour or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure? It's not a big deal. All we need you to do is get the box out of the Pontiac and bring it up to, and I think we'd agreed to put it in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
it wasn't 4th hour, it was like 2nd hour.
Yeah.
So it was right after 2nd class. So I run down there. Sure enough, Charlie rolls up in the Bonneville. Trunk opens. I grab the box.
What were you feeling in this moment?
I was like, I can't believe. Like, I felt really bad because I was the rule follower and you guys were the breakers. And so, like, I can't believe they roped me into this. So I'm
chicken in this
Rubbermaid
box.
container up the stair, in the entrance, up the stairs. There's 2 flights of stairs up to the school. And then the plan was that we were going to put it in the kitchen and then let it out during the assembly.
Yep.
Okay, so my job was done. I delivered the chicken. Like,
And you made it. Nobody asked you what's in the box. Donnie?"
Everyone just like, whatever. Hello, hey,
What's
hello?
in the box?
Good to see you. Yeah. Put this in the kitchen. Okay. The assembly happens. It's a senior assembly. They're honoring all of the seniors. So we all end up on stage, and someone else's job was to let it go. Mm-hmm. So someone did.
No, and someone didn't. Before they were able to get to the chicken in the kitchen,
Okay.
it was confiscated by a teacher. A teacher had found
They
it.
found the
They
chicken
found
in
it
the
in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
The chicken was like,
and they asked during the assembly or somewhere, I can't remember how it was.
Yeah.
They were asking, "We found a chicken in the kitchen, and we would like whoever's responsible to come forward and talk to us in the office."
yeah, okay, all right.
So they took the chicken to the office. So the plan was foiled
Right.
with the chicken plan.
Oh, because we were going to let it go during the assembly.
We were going to let it go, but it got caught.
We were terrorists. We were trying to make a statement.
It got figured out before we could release it. So we created Plan B. Do you know?
I remember Plan B.
Remember Plan B?
So Daniel
Okay.
Houston was deeply involved.
Daniel Houston was involved, and
Yeah.
so was Ben Filer.
Okay,
On the actual, my job was done. My job was to get the chicken.
You got the chicken. I delivered.
Charlie gets the chicken to the school.
Yeah.
You get the chicken to the kitchen.
Right.
And then somebody
I
releases
forgot
the
who the
chicken.
releaser was.
I don't
supposed
remember
to
who the
be.
releaser was
But
either.
It had to have been not a senior.
But before he could release, the chicken was gone. The chicken, was,
chicken
or she,
was
he, I
in
can't remember who it
the
was.
office. So we knew that we had to break the chicken out of jail.
And this is at like the end of school. Like, we can't fail at this. This can't be the story. We get a chicken, it gets confiscated by the office. Story over.
Oh my gosh. So there was a lot of talk. Everyone was like, oh, we got to get the chicken out, blah, 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 blah. Danielle Houston hatches the plan. She's like, I'm going to distract Mrs. Strelo, which is the woman who had it literally out for both you and me.
Yep.
Our whole time.
Yep, she did not like
I'm
us
going to
very
distract
much.
her. And then we need somebody to run in and grab it.
Yeah.
And Ben was like,
I will do it.
it's me.
I offer tribute.
Yeah. Now, Ben is the only guy probably we could have convinced to do this, which is the funniest part about Ben. Because, like, no one else would have done it.
I would have done it, but I wasn't there to make the plan. I think I would have done it too,
So,
if need be.
And I was in Mrs. Cleveland's Spanish class, okay? And it was right across the hall from the entrance to the office.
Yep.
So I got to see this, like, genuinely happen.
Man, I just got to see the aftermath. I
Okay,
didn't
this
get
is
to
what
see
I
it.
saw. I walk out of the Spanish room, and I look, and I see the office is empty. I see Danielle. She goes for it. She goes right for Mrs. Strelo and says, "Can I talk to you?" Okay? And Mrs. Strelo turns to Danielle, and then I see it. Ben runs around the corner, and Mrs. Strelo turns her head and is talking to Danielle, and I literally see Danielle being like, no, please keep talking to me, right?
Look at me.
She
Eye contact.
then runs and zip, whoop, in, grabs the box, okay? And by this time, I'm exiting the scene. I know that I can't be around any of this. So I run, so there's the office, there's the wall, there's Ms. Cleveland's room. I go out, I see Danielle literally distract Ms. Strelo. I go this way, down the hall. Ben runs past me. Zoop, zoop. He's in, and I'm walking down the hall with my books like, nothing to see here. I see Ben come back around out of the office with the whole chicken box in one motion and throw the Rubbermaid container with the chicken in it down the hall.
Oh no.
Yes. So I look behind me, and a Rubbermaid container is going.
It
And
flips?
it hits. Yeah, he throws it. He literally takes the chicken in the box and he throws it down the hall. Like flings the box. And it hits on a corner. The top throat flies off. Chicken shit goes everywhere because the chicken has been in jail for like, 24 straight hours.
Yeah, something like that.
There's chicken shit in the bottom of this box. It's now all over the hall. And the chicken goes, like freedom out of the box. And I just like see it all happen. Mrs. Strelo turns around, but by that time, Ben is gone.
Yeah,
Ben zips into the next class. Never saw him. There's chicken crap, the box, and the chicken in the hallway. And I'm looking down the hall, and I just duck into the next room. Okay? So, like, I saw it all happen, and I saw the chicken, and I saw Miss Strelo looking down the hall. Yeah, and it was seamless.
It was the fact that, so the only part that I saw
Yeah.
is I came out of class and I saw the chicken crap just everywhere.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah.
Chicken's
I like
out.
seeing it. And, you know, like you said, Mrs. Strelo didn't
Yeah.
like us very much. So just
Yeah.
the thought of her having to clean all that up was
Yeah.
like, yeah, got it.
And so all this had happened, and the best part was the witch hunt.
Yes, the witch hunt was
Yeah,
great.
there was,
And they weren't being very convinced.
they were not. They were like, "Who did this?
Yeah.
Who is the person?"
They weren't making people want to admit to it because they were like, "Who did this?
Yeah.
Whoever did this is not graduating
Now,
or something like that."
I was not the only person to see this happen. I know there were more people in the hall. It was like a JFK assassination like interview situation where like everybody saw it from different angles, and like I know there was more than just me, and they were asking everyone in the whole school who did it, where had this happen, who brought the chicken, who was behind all this, and no one ratted anyone out.
No, never.
For years.
For years, no, still to this day.
This is the actual coming out of who did it situation.
Yeah.
Because I remember going to the 5-year reunion. Were you at that one?
Yeah, I was at the one. I think at the only one. Has there been more?
No, it's just the one.
Yeah, I
of.
went to the only one.
So we went to it, and everyone was like, "Who did it?" And we were like, "I don't know," but we all knew.
we all knew.
We all knew who it was.
I'm trying to remember if Mrs. Grove knew. I don't think she actually knew, but I feel like she might have. But
There was at least 4 seniors, if not, if you include Danielle as an accomplice as well. It's me, you, Danielle Houston, Sarah Chorley, Ben Filer, and a cloud of witnesses.
Yep.
And we all got completely away with it.
Yep. I'm pretty sure they were threatening you can't graduate if
You can't threaten homeschoolers.
Yeah. No. You better somebody tell us who's coming because they're not graduating. We're like, okay, great. We won't tell you. It's a good motivator to not tell you what's happening.
Watching Ben Filer fling a box with a chicken in it.
It's pretty great. I'm sad I missed that part. I just got to see the aftermath. And that was it. I even saw the chicken walking down the hall for a second. Do you know what happened with that chicken?
Yes, Mrs. Cleveland adopted it.
Mrs. Cleveland adopted the chicken.
Yeah.
The chicken lived a great
life. Chicken went home.
Poor
got to be on
farmer.
a farm.
Farmer going back to his chicken coop.
Bro, I
next
bet
to
you that farmer was like, I thought he was just counting chickens one day.
Where'd Charlie go?
Where's Miss Cluckerson at?
Yeah, where'd she go? I guess she got out.
So anyways, if you're watching this podcast and you remember any details about this chicken event, please feel free to fill in the details in the comments.
Yeah. Any
I hope
parts we
Miss
missed?
Strelo sees this.
I don't know if she's still around,
Oh,
but I'm not sure. I have no idea.
I hope she's still around.
Yeah, I think she's.
I want to make
maybe
amends with you, Mrs. Strelo. It's
20
okay.
years later.
I wasn't as bad as you thought I was, and I was as bad as you thought I was.
Actually, it's 18 years later. Man, we're approaching 20 years out of high school.
Is that real?
I think that's real.
I'm 35.
I graduated when I was 7. No, not even. We haven't even approached. No, wait. Yeah, we're approaching 20 years because I was 17 and I'm 34 now.
Yeah,
so
so
we're
only a couple
getting
years.
pretty close.
Whew.
We've almost spent more years.
Is there a statute of limitations on like high school pranks like that?
I don't think so. I can't remember if it was either my dad or my grandpa, but their high school prank was they took a toilet out of the school and put it on top of the building.
Oh, that's funny.
That's better than the chicken.
It'd be better if the toilet was the guy, like if you had a sacred toilet that was like your toilet.
Yeah.
Like you were the principal, and then they took your toilet. That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Do you remember you were in algebra with me in Mrs. Heifel's class.
Yep.
Do you remember the violent event that occurred that year?
No.
Do you not remember this?
No. I mean, it might come back to me once you start telling me, but I can't.
Okay,
think of it
you're
right
gonna
now.
remember this. Zach and I were downstairs.
Oh yes, I do remember.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Okay, so we were going to lunch, all right? And our cafeteria was also our gym. So it was converted every single day
Yep.
from gym to cafeteria. And so shenanigans happened in the gym. Balls were thrown
Yep.
constantly
We
at
played
each other.
a lot of dodgeball in that gym.
Yes. So Zach decides he's going to throw a tennis ball at me coming down from lunch. Mm-hmm. Normal dude behavior, not that big a deal, happens all the time.
Yep.
Here's the problem. I've had some extensive baseball training. I'm a pretty good throw.
Yeah.
And I decide that Zach deserves death for his crimes against me. And so I took the tennis ball, and it's like it's time to execute Zach. And I'm here to initiate this sentence, and I took an entire whole ass crow hop. Like if you know baseball, a crow hop is like I'm gonna throw from all the way from outfield to first base.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna throw it as hard as I can. And I swear I threw this tennis ball so hard that it didn't drop.
No, it was straight.
Like-
I saw it.
The energy was incredible, and it was headed right for Zach. He's gonna die. I can't wait. This is gonna be the best thing ever. The problem is that Mrs. Strelo and Mrs. Heifel happened to be having a conversation
Like right behind him.
between me and Zach.
No, it was right behind
No,
him.
it was between them.
Oh,
it was between
really?
us because Zach was running, and I was like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Right? A rare back, take the co-ops. I watched the tennis ball. I'm like, this is amazing. This is gonna kill Zach. And then Mrs. Heifel turns around like, anyways, Jared and Donnie. In the tennis ball. Slow motion. Hits Miss Heifel in the face.
Going like
Right
80
here.
miles an hour.
Yeah, like it had to have been like 50 miles an hour. I couldn't throw that hard, but
I remember hearing the.
and I saw her, yes, in the face, and I saw I spin around, and she was at the lunch table, like it was like a 007 kill.
It was. You headshot her, buddy.
Yeah, boom headshot.
I remember. I thought I remembered seeing Zach like duck, and Mrs. Heifel just.
And Mrs. Strelo was watching Mrs. Heifel die. Okay, so worst thing that could possibly happen, I full blast tennis balled Ms. Heifel in the face, my algebra teacher.
Yeah. What was the aftermath? What did they do to you?
Well, the funniest thing is that I saw it, and Mrs. Stralo's like, Donnie, go to the prayer room. Okay.
Dear God.
Dear God. Okay, so
Please help my
This is-
future
okay, here's
tennis
the
ball
thing.
throws not hit Mrs. Heifel in the face.
listen, getting sent to the prayer room was a very common punishment.
Yep.
At our school, you were isolated, and you were supposed to pray to God to find out what you had done and make
Yeah.
amends with your creator while
Yep.
they figured out how to somehow actually punish you.
Yeah. Did when you were sent to the prayer room, did you ever actually pray?
No.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, it's funny how that discouraged me from talking to my
I was
God.
usually just laughing about how I got to the prayer room. However
You,
it was.
go speak to your
Go-
God.
You know, I got a good punishment for you. Go talk to God.
Oh, damn. Okay, so anyways, I'm up in the prayer room. I'm feeling really bad because, okay, look, listen, Miss Heifel, I didn't mean to hit you in the face. Zach deserved death, and you know that.
You didn't.
Yeah, it was just, it's like, you know what?
You're just in the middle of the battle.
War has its casualties. I'm not really that sorry because it was gonna get Zach so good. But I'm very sorry that you got caught in the middle of that, Miss Heifel. You didn't deserve it. But I also did not deserve the BS that I got getting sent to the prayer room all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
everybody
funny.
had their, everyone was after me and you for this kind of stuff, but that was as bad as it got. We weren't doing anything worse than all the stuff out in the open. But I know there were kids doing insane things,
Yeah.
and we're getting away with it.
I think it's hilarious that you were such a rule follower, and I was
then
kind of
I was-
a rule breaker,
Yes,
and you were in the prayer room more than I was.
all the time. They just had my number, dude. They had me so wrong. So I'm in the prayer room. We're doing this, and I don't see Ms. Heifel again that day, right? And we only had class Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
I think it was a Thursday because we came back the next week.
She had like a big.
You were in class with me, dude.
Yeah, I just can't remember.
Her face was like,
She's like, "Hi, class, Johnny."
yeah, and it was purple. It was a full on, the whole face bruise, and she had
Oh,
put
my
tons of
goodness.
makeup on it.
Oh my goodness.
And I
remember.
It was incredible.
I can't actually remember the details of the events. The only thing that I remember very clearly is just the. That's it.
Go to the prayer room.
Go to the prayer room. That's it. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
I just remember being like,
So I should be more remorseful. I just felt so that was probably the one thing that they ever saw that was like bad that I did.
"Yep."
And it was a complete accident. And it was such a horsing around dudes thing, you know. I mean, like it's fairly innocent compared to all probably the drugs being sold out of the building, you know, or whatever else was happening with
Yeah.
some of the other more unscrupulous kids that
Yep.
were there because they were kicked out of their public and private schools. And the last place they could go to get a high school education was a homeschooled co-op.
Yep.
There was a lot of that. There was wild people there. So, I don't know. It was a...
It was an experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so we had to go to algebra for together and look. I had to look at it. The bruised face. It was a good 2 weeks of like, oh my God, is that ever gonna go away? And she was also my teacher.
Right.
And I was like, I hope I don't fail algebra 2.
She did have that power.
She's like, here's my homework.
"Here's my homework. I did it very thoroughly." And there's Jared over there going,
Cheating on everything.
"I did some homework."
You didn't do any of the homework.
It was great.
Yeah. I guess I was a bad kid. I don't know.
I mean, you were throwing tennis balls at teachers, Donnie. I mean,
I'm not at them.
it's just
She walked into the
in their
battle.
vicinity.
It wasn't my fault.
Oh my goodness. Oh man,
What else is going on today? How was your week?
it was good. My week was relatively boring because
Let's tell them about it.
because I was just being a dad and working normal
Yeah?
stuff. Nothing crazy happened this week, other than it snowed today. That's the craziest thing that happened
I did snow today.
in Oklahoma
I
in
like
January. I like snow too, but I don't have any stories from this week because most of my time was spent with the kids chilling and then working
Yeah?
on editing stuff. So not much to talk about.
Wait, you're like a cat person, right?
Yeah, I've got a cat.
You got a cat? Did
Yeah.
you have two cats for a little bit?
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay. I want to talk about them because a cat has entered
Your
my life. Not my life particularly, but it's adjacent in my life. So I'm hearing about this cat all the time.
Okay.
And I bet you have a hilarious cat story or two. Having lived with one.
Let me see here.
Two for a long time.
I don't have any that I can think of right now.
Bro, okay.
None.
None?
None.
Nothing?
Nothing's coming to
'Cause
mind.
Every cat that I've ever been around has done some of the silliest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Here's one not necessarily funny thing, but interesting thing. So my cat goes outside
Yeah.
a lot. He's an indoor cat. And there was this night the other day where he didn't come home. Like we'd open the door at 11 p.m. and be like,
Yeah.
Leo, come home, Leo. And he usually like comes
Yeah.
meow, coming
Yeah.
back and listens pretty well. This night he didn't. And so we were like a little concerned. I was like, where's our cat?
Yeah.
And at like 4 a.m., we get woken up by this meow, meow. So I go open the door, I let him in, and I pet him, and he's warm. And it was like freezing outside that night.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that this cat, he's got a whole nother family he's going to visit and living with. He can't get home, he just goes to the other people's house.
I bet he was probably like hurled up next to somebody's car's engine.
Maybe.
That's a thing cats do.
Yeah.
They hang out.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to talk about this cat I used to know. This cat named Jeffrey.
Jeffrey the cat.
Yeah, Jeffrey, the funniest thing about him that he was deaf.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, he was silly on all sorts of other levels, but the funniest thing about him was his deafness because, one, he couldn't hear anything, which was hilarious. But you know how, like, if your inside cat sees an outside cat out the window?
Yep.
And they just get up to each other and they're like, meow, 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 meow.
My cat has a best friend.
Yeah, and they meow at each other, and they do cat
I do
stuff.
have a funny cat story.
Yeah. Well, this cat's deaf, so he has no idea how loud he meows.
Oh.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, I remember being asleep. Jeffrey's in the next room, and the cat from next door comes to the window, and all I hear is Jeffrey going, "No! No!" And he would do this all the time.
Oh, no.
He would scream. If he never meowed like, "No." He was like, "No!"
My cat can definitely hear himself, and he still meows that loud.
Bro, this cat was so loud. It was funny because he couldn't hear shit.
So my cat, he had a childhood like we had a childhood. He goes outside and goes to other cats' houses and asks if they can play.
Right.
Okay, so we have other cats in our front yard all the time.
Now, is your cat fixed, or is he out populating the world?
No, he's fixed. We come home one day, and him and another cat, which is a female, I think it's his girlfriend cat, are sitting on the front porch just chilling. We walk up, and Leo sees us, and all of a sudden he looks at this cat friend he has, puts his forehead literally to her forehead, and just starts going, meow, meow. And I don't know, we can't figure it out exactly, but I think he was trying to tell that cat, you gotta get out of here, they're home.
Oh, the party's over.
Party's over, go home. And so this other cat's just sitting here, just like being abused by our cat. And eventually, whatever cat language Leo was saying to this cat convinced this cat that, okay, it's time to go home. But that's literally a reoccurring thing. We'll come home, him and that exact cat are just chilling, and then Leo will see us and tell that cat to leave.
Maybe it's because he thinks, oh, the food people are here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I don't
you'll
want to
eat
share
my food.
I don't want to
want you to eat my food.
Yeah.
I'm about to get snacks.
You're
They're all for me.
Go. Get at it.
Go back to your house.
Oh, man. The only thing that I don't like about cats, I like cats. I'm a cat person. I've never had one, but all the cats adjacent in my life, which have been many, I've liked. I like them very much, is the smell.
You got a bunch of smelly cats?
No, I mean just a cat, like a cat litter box is got to be the worst thing I've ever experienced.
It is pretty terrible, but not if you maintain it well. If you're lazy, it starts smelling really bad really fast.
Yeah, so do you have a spot in your house that's like just smells like a cat bathroom?
No.
Or do you like keep it?
We keep it,
nice?
well, the fact that he hangs out outside helps a ton.
That's kind of the solution.
He hardly uses his litter box. We
makes
actually
sense.
created like a little house for him inside our house, and it's under our bathroom sink in the shared bathroom.
There you go. Okay.
We made like a little cat door for him, put it under the sink.
Yep.
He goes in there. We change it pretty frequently. Never smells like cat litter anymore.
Okay. I've got a similar idea.
Yeah.
That I think I might actually patent. It's like a cat sanctuary bathroom.
Yeah.
That has basically nothing to do with your house because it's its own self-contained thing.
Yep.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to make so much money.
Great. I hope you do.
But it's just definitely going to include like a Ring doorbell situation where you can see the cat and be like,
You put a camera in the cat bathroom or something?
because you don't want to, because I don't want it. The only thing is that if this thing works as well as I think it's going to work, you won't know that it's full. And then later the cat's gonna be like, my bathroom's full, and then shit on your bed.
No,
I would hate
I'm not
that.
going to buy that product. I don't want the cat to.
Yeah, but have you
poop in my bed.
seen the robot thing?
Yeah, I've
That
seen
spins
that.
around? Do you think it's
yeah, I
worth
get a lot of
$500
ads for it. I don't know. I've never used it, but maybe. I don't really need it because my cat poops outside most of the time. All right, but we've approached an hour, so we got to do the dad jokes.
Oh.
We spent a good bit of our time doing painful react videos.
Jared reacts. That's the segment. Jared reacts.
Jared reacts.
And I just find terrible things to make you react to. I think that's how we have to do it.
Yep. All right, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Which bear is the most condescending?
A polar bear?
No. A panda.
Okay. One of these times, I'm going to get the joke before you say the joke.
Yeah, you know what? Do you remember when I used to get in trouble for telling you duh?
Yep. I do.
That wasn't supposed to be a yes or no question. That was supposed to be like a, oh yeah, like, remember when? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, I remember when you were a jerk.
Yeah, I was.
All right. I got to pretend that I'm not married for this joke. You ready?
Yeah.
Want to know the difference between me and a calendar?
You and a calendar?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Jared and a calendar? One of them remembers dates.
A calendar has dates.
Oh. Calendar has dates?
Like dates. You go on
Oh, you
dates.
go on- oh.
You're dating.
Oh.
It's good.
That means that you're not very good at dating.
That means I just don't have them.
Calendar has dates, you don't.
You know, you want to know the difference between me and a calendar?
What's that?
A calendar has dates. Do you get it?
Because you're a loser?
Yes, that's the joke.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right.
You're going to like this, and this is so dumb.
Great.
What's brown and sticky?
Poop?
No, a stick. Yes, you love that. You love that.
What's brown and sticky? A stick.
It reminds me of those those G.I. Joe videos. Get the stick. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Was it a cartoon?
Yeah, it was like the public service announcements. Oh, that's the next reacts. I'm just going to show you those. Okay.
All right. I ran out of toilet paper. Mm-hmm. So I've been using old newspapers. Mm-hmm. The Times is kind of rough. You like that
That's
one?
actually funny, yeah. Yeah, it's really funny to see a newspaper next to the toilet and it's like ripped up because you... Oh, man. My girlfriend keeps accusing me of cheating.
That's not good.
Yeah, she's starting to sound like my wife.
It's awful. That's terrible.
All right.
That's you sound like a jerk. All right. Every morning, I announce to my family I'm going jogging,
Okay.
and then I don't go. It's a running joke.
That's funny. I dig that. That's actually pretty good. All right. I have an inferiority complex.
Okay. All right.
It's not a very good one.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's a good one. And your delivery was great, too. All right. My wife complains that... My wife complains I don't smile anymore.
Yeah?
I thought she wanted a serious relationship.
No.
Wait.
Most serious face, go.
Wait.
You can't even do it.
Wait. Let's do this. Let's try one more time. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Most serious face, go. Damn. I don't know.
Serious face compilation. We could try like the I have to fire you face. Sit down. Got some bad news.
Donnie, I have to tell you something you're not going to like.
You need to use Nair on your butthole.
Okay. All right, what's yours? Let's do your next one.
All right. What do you call a pudgy psychic?
I have no idea.
A fortune teller.
These are pretty good. Do you go to the same place to get your jokes every time, or you just
No,
Google?
I just random. I'm feeling lucky. Google it.
Have you seen the movie Constipation?
No.
It hasn't come out yet.
It's a poop joke. It hasn't come out yet. That's like, okay, I don't think I'll ever get over anybody coming out of a bathroom and I go, did you work everything out in there? You know what I mean?
Did it all come out all right?
That's working out for you? All right. My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall to her.
Why?
I said, maybe.
Gonna be the one who saves me.
Get it?
And after all. All right.
Wow.
Was I good?
Were you good at singing Wonderwall?
Yeah.
No one's good at singing Wonderwall.
Oh, I thought I was close.
Oh yeah, you were close. But it's. Yeah.
My wife has forbidden me. I gotta not fall over my words. My wife has forbidden me from doing any more breakfast puns.
Okay.
She said, if you do it again, you're toast. But I kept egging her on.
Oh my God. It just keeps going. What's
I'm
next?
such a ham.
Yes. One more.
That's all I got.
More.
All right.
God.
Your turn. I got one more.
Why do nurses, nurses, not doctors, nurses, why do they love red crowns?
Why?
They have to draw blood all the time.
Okay. Great. I actually don't really like this one that much. I'm going to say it anyways.
All right.
People say they pick their nose,
Been there.
but I was just born with mine.
Dude, you know what the funniest thing is about teaching music lessons?
What's that?
Is this right here. Kid's doing piano, and then he's like... That shit's so funny. They all do it.
This just shamelessly.
Yeah.
my son.
I'm like, is it my job to teach them? And it's like, I almost want to teach them not because like it's nasty. I want to teach them because they're just going to get made fun of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like every kid I know is like, this fits in here.
Fits actually just perfectly right
Yeah,
here. My son will do it shamelessly. I'll be sitting next to him. We're like playing Switch together or something. And he'll just, shove it up there.
Find some gold.
Look at his finger and put it in his mouth. And I'm like, bud, don't eat your boogers. And he'll literally just say to me, but they're so delicious.
That's nasty.
They're so yummy. Oliver, you
Maybe
can't do
there's
that.
like, okay, because all kids are doing it and everyone acts like they didn't or they don't or whatever. All the kids are doing it. Is there like some sort of like evolutionary advantage that human beings have? Like somehow the strong survive and the strongest monkey was like, yes, I'm gonna eat this.
Maybe it's good for you. Did you know I read this, I saw this strange stat about all of us in mucus. On average, we all swallow about 1.5 gallons a day.
That's so much.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. So it's getting in there either way.
And then, I mean, we're doing it, but we're not doing it like this, We're
Yeah.
not, like taking it out of here, putting it back in. We're just,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Maybe it has something to do with your immune system. Like if
Maybe.
you're eating the filthy shit, then you're strong.
You're
bro.
strong.
Yeah.
You're putting your body to work.
Yeah. It's like I got whatever that is.
I really think that's
Work
true.
that out.
Whenever my kids drop crackers on the ground,
Yeah, and they eat
I'm
it.
just like, eat it.
Go ahead.
Go
Fine.
ahead.
Yeah.
Build
eat
that
the
immune
dirty
system.
stuff.
And you know, my wife, she's starting to get more on that side with me, but you know, she's also like, gross, don't let them eat that.
Yeah, and you're
it's
like,
disgusting.
they're gonna be
It's
fine.
like, I get you, but
They're
it's
gonna be
probably
fine.
good for his immune system.
Yeah. Or how about like the like I literally can't wait to have a kid so I can be like comes in, he's like bleeding. I'm like, put dirt in it.
Put dirt in it.
And see if he actually
just
does
shove
it.
some dirt on it.
I will be strong.
It'd be so funny if a kid actually did. Okay.
All right. Why do some couples go to the gym?
Why?
Because they want their relationship to work out.
It's a good pun. And your face was a nice touch.
Bro. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I'm done with you people.
Let me check the time. Am I still? Yep, it's perfect. We're still within the easy editing realm.
Okay.
Sorry if this episode's a little short. Donnie decided to do a new segment called Jared Reacts that
It's
you
not
saw.
going to be short because he's going to put the whole thing in there.
And I'm not going to put the whole thing in it.
You have
because
to put that. You have to put it in.
I'm definitely going to have to do some editing. I'll try to make it work. I'll try.
Bro, you don't have to show it to them.
I'm not going to.
I just want you.
I wouldn't do that to to the people listening to us.
You don't. You have to at least include the thing where you're like,
I will. I'll get that in there. And then everybody that is watching that's curious is going to do it to themselves. So
you don't need to do it. You don't need to watch that video.
you don't
need to watch the video, but you do need to send it to all your friends.
you don't want to see it.
You want to send it to your friends.
It's terrible. It's like the new.
Don't watch it.
That's like the
send
new
it to your friends.
2 Girls 1 Cup. That's what that is.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's actually. It is
Actually,
that
I don't know
bad.
what 2 Girls 1 Cup's all about. Sorry, Mom. I don't know what that's about.
I've never seen that.
talking
Actually,
about?
I've only seen just as much of that as I have of that one.
It's.
So that
I wouldn't
mean-
know. I don't know.
No, I'm being legit. Like, I wanted to instantly turn that off
Yeah.
when I was curious and started that when I was like 14 years old.
God.
What
Oh,
curious
that's
what
how
that
old you
movie
were when you
was.
saw that?
I was super young.
I was
like,
in my
what is this 2
20s.
Girls 1 Cup video? Clicked on it, got 2 seconds in, and went, nope, awful.
Don't look
Ow.
that up. Like, seriously, dear God, don't look that up. But now you're gonna look it up.
Yep.
Because you're on your phone watching this.
They're doing it right
video. Yeah. Don't.
What's this? What
don't
are they
do
talking
it.
about?
Don't do it.
All right, well, that's it. Episode 15 of another podcast. Guess what? We'll be here next week. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, do that and keep listening to us and share us with your friends and then join our future Patreon. And if you're a business, be our sponsor. See you next week.
Give us money.
Yeah. Because Mr. Beast took our 20 cents.
Ah, frick him.
What'd you
We
do
even
that
said
for?
he wouldn't do it.
Ah, God.